I'm over on YouTube and Facebook right now, live. I was just saying that, oh, if you're not on Facebook, I'm in this group. It's a really big group of all kinds of crafters. It's over at, I kind of look like I have a messy background, don't I? It's kind of crazy. And I could see sunshine. It's like sunshine is crooked. Anyway, I'm in a larger group with like my whole group. And what I love about my upline, if you've ever been involved in direct sales, a lot of times ladies are pretty competitive and not very nice to each other. Like they're trying to get the customer first. And I am in this group of ladies that is so good about sharing and caring. And anyway, we have a group all together where we invite anybody, just creators or other designers in our group into, it's called the Chalk Room. So if you're not in the Chalk Room, put CR down below. I'll try to get you a link out for that. And I was in there the other day and kind of promoting, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but we have a couple of, they're called Creative Kickstart transfers. This one says Explore, Dream, Discover, and then it's got the dictionary pages down here, and it actually is has a lot to do with the kind of botanicals. The words do. They're actually real words. And then this great one is called the Etched Bugs, I think it's called. I'm seeing my little dragonfly is not sticking down very good here. I don't know what happened. I had to, when I washed it, I laid it out on the counter. Someone took it from the counter and put it on the table. And there, you know, if you've ever put things on the table with kids and husbands, it was all buried. So when I unburied it, some things don't look wonderful. I always use your original backing to put things back on. Let's try to get it back on. But this is Creative Kickstart's only available for the month of June. So cute. Love the botanicals. They came out with etched butterflies, and I'm telling you, about as soon as they restock that etched butterflies, it goes out again. So this is the one. It's got like a beetle. It's got, I think, a moth, a dragonfly, and a bumblebee, and they're good size. So you can see like my hand is about the size of it. So they're good size. And you're going to want to snatch these because they're only available in June. They're $14.99 a piece. There are B-size transfers. They are reusable, so you can use them 8 to 10 times to make your stuff. But I made a t-shirt because coming up in the Chalk Room, the week that we go to convention, it's called Chalk Con for Chalk Couture. We are going to be doing in the Chalk Room all kinds of fun things with t-shirts and this Creative Kickstart. So you're going to want to get yours and also find a t-shirt. If you don't have inks already, you're going to want to get some ink. So this was the t-shirt I made over in the Chalk Room. Put CR if you want me to put you over there. Hey, and if you want me to tag you, put CR tag. I'll tag you on the video of me making this with ink. This is permanent ink. It says Explore, Dream, and Discover. And it's not perfectly aligned like I would have liked it to be. I could have measured, but I eyeballed as usual. And of course, it got a little cockeyed. I was trying to think of that word with my daughter, and she was laughing at me. So there's that. So anyway, today we are going to use this 18 by 18. It's called the Bandana Pattern. I love it. I was so excited when it came out because I live in the West, and in the West, they love their bandanas and anything Western, right? Okay. So I'm going to be using, this is just a wooden round that I got, online. And if you need a link to that, just say wood link, and I'll get that link to you for the company that I don't make anything from them, but I really like their good quality links, or their good quality wood. Their wood is really good. Their wood is good. All right. And then the other one, I'm going to use a transfer. I think I'm going to make a hello sign with this. And I'm going to use a transfer from, it's called Hello There. I think it's an older one. I'm not certain if it's even available. One of the things I want to remind you that if there's something you really like the bandana just got restocked on Thursday, I'm sure it's going to go really quick again. So make sure that if you want that bandana transfer to get that bandana transfer. If you need a link, just put, I can get you a cart link for all the stuff that I'm using today Like I said, I didn't even check on this hello. I'm just trying to get this straightened out a little bit because it's crinkly. It was the last year one. It had several different options and fonts for hello, and I've definitely used the whatever's out of this because I really like it. And this one looks like it fits nicely. So we want to tape off, and I would say let's use our measuring. Just kind of approximate. I'm not usually, so it looks like these are about 3.5 inches tall. So I think I want to make a 4-inch tall space of white. I want to do white because, is this my light one? Yep. Ugh. This is a, let's see if I can do this, huh? I think this is a 15, little bit, yeah, a little bit more than a, here's 15. It's about 15 and a quarter inches. So half of that would be 7.5-ish. So 2 inches on either side of that. Again, I may be like a little bit approximating on this, but we're wanting, oops. I'm going to tape it off. You guys know me, I'm not normally a measurer. Are you an eyeballer? Put little eyeballs up there if you are. So 7.5, 1, 2, be 9.5-ish. And I want this, I like to go, when I do these, I like to have them kind of, oops, that's too much. Oy, oy. This is the worst part, measuring. I'm not a measurer. Have you guys noticed? All right, so 9.5, and then if we're going off 7.5, 1, 2. Don't ask me, 5.5 are the marks. Putting about a 4-inch in between here. It looks pretty close. Close enough for jazz, that's as they say. So if you're coming on, say hey. Let me know where you're coming from. Did you guys have nice weather? I sure hope so, because we've been gloomy and rainy for 3 days straight. I think we had like maybe 1 or 2 nice days last week, but not really very much. All right, so this is the area I'm going to paint this bright white. And the reason I'm going to use our Chalkology paste for this, a lot of times I'll use like an acrylic chalk paint for doing this. But the reason I'm doing this way is because I have intentions of doing the bandana on this upside and the downside of this, the bandana pattern in there. And I want it to be the same color as this middle stripe. That makes sense. Hope that makes sense. So that's what we're shooting for. And I did, before, this white is kind of getting to the end of the barrel here, before I closed it up the other day, I did put some water in. It is water-based. It's non-toxic, which is really nice because you can have your kids do it. You don't have to worry about them licking their fingers or something. I have older kids, so that kind of makes me laugh. They lick their fingers. They deserve what they get at this point. Teenagers, you never know. No. It's non-toxic chalk paste, and on this wood, it's going to be pretty permanent. It's not going to come off very easily. You could repaint it if you wanted, or you could, sand it down and repaint it. That's going to be about your only thing that you could do, because it's, I'm going to put some water on here. And I like to kind of spread in some water in the space that I'm going to be painting, because it makes the paste kind of work better. I do this with paint as well. I do it with the acrylic paints. I do it with whatever. So now that I'm painting with water here, I'm just kind of getting it into the wood so it's moist and will grab that paste. And while we're talking about that, I'm thinking, I don't know, don't seem to have a whole lot for cardboard. Oh, that one looks almost big enough, doesn't it? I always save all the cardboard pieces from packaging, because especially from Chalk Couture, it just works out really nice. Because then when I do this, because I'm a messy crafter, so I have to accommodate my messiness. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and try to get this spread on here. It is a little dryish, and I'll just be adding water as I need it. But like I said, this is a great way to use up any chalk paste. Like when you're down to the end, this is a great way to use it. And I really do want this middle section to look just like the rest of the bandana. So that's why I'm using our bright white for this one. So I haven't decided what color to paint the bandana. If you've got an idea, what should I do? Should I do red bandana? Or should I just do the, maybe I should do the white. I don't know. It could be too plain to do white. Maybe I should have done this whole thing. I may be doing this wrong. I don't know. I guess I was thinking this would continue on. I don't know what I was thinking. Really should think before I think. No, do. Think before I do. So, what'd you all do for your weekend? I feel like I've done nothing. Yesterday, I am just so exhausted. So tired all the time. As you all know, I've been having some struggles with blood pressure, and so I had gone into the doctor, and then he ran blood tests, and they finally came back. It took like, and they finally came back like a week and a half ago, saying that I'm very anemic, which is why I'm so tired. But, and at first I didn't do good on the iron pills. And because, you know, iron pills are pretty hard on your tummy. So I didn't do really great on them at first. And then it seems like all of a sudden it has been doing pretty good with the iron pills. And suddenly I'm sleeping through the night without sleeping pills. I thought I was up at night having insomnia, like not able to sleep because of my leg being in pain. But now I'm thinking it was anemia. So I guess now to figure out what caused it, maybe, I don't know. I don't really like the options for what caused it. That makes sense. I'm starting to have some regrets. Like maybe I should have painted the whole thing white and then taped it off for the bandana part. I don't know. It'll work out, right? Just gonna get it dry here. Oh shoot. I need to get that. I knew that too when I got going. I always forget to hook up. So I apologize. Trying not to wiggle you too much. All right. While I'm chatting with you and drying this up, I know it's like watching paint dry. I apologize for the noise, but I thought I'd just mention too, this month, our big special of the month is that you can be a designer for $59. It normally is $99. It's over $200 worth of product. It's a great way to kind of discover our products. Try it out. You don't have to be like selling it to anybody if you don't want to, but if you do, it's a great way to make some extra money. Because it's a newer company, it is a little bit easier to introduce people to it. And plus, who doesn't love crafting, right? I do the crafting because I actually found Chalk Couture because was looking for ways, you know, I'm always doing Pinterest to try to find ideas and everything. And this, by the way, this particular project is actually totally like inspiration from somebody else, right? You don't have to be super creative to do this as a business. You can definitely make a go of this totally by copying. I do a lot of copying, using other people's inspirations. It's such a fun way to, for me, the crafting is sort of therapy, right? It's just a great way to relax at the end of the day and talk to real people, right? That's why I ask you all to say something back, because sometimes when you're sitting here doing a live, it feels extremely lonely. It feels like you're talking to nobody. So it's great if you can come on and say, hey, tell me what you think. What color should I make my bandana? You know, any of those things. I had a goober there. Now I gotta fix it. All right, trying to just smooth this out without having big splotches in it. And I had messed up that little corner, so that's kind of why we started with this. Sometimes in different lights it looks differently. And the water can get too watered down sometimes too. I know it's kind of silly, like to paint it on and then use water in it to make it wet and then dry it, right? But it makes it smooth. So when you're painting it on, it makes it nice and smooth. So, all right, more drying. So anyway, $59. It's the best deal in the whole entire catalog. Let me know if you have any questions. There's really not a whole lot of obligations. We just have, we get a 40% discount off of all of our stuff. And when you first join, you get a 55% discount off of one order. And it doesn't matter how much you order. You can place a very large order if you'd like. And then, like I said, you get $200 for that $59. You get opportunities to purchase a lot of different things, like at our cost, which is really fun. We have ChalkCon coming up we have a convention coming up in Denver. In the first, like 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think it is, of July. I'm very excited to be going as a leader. And opportunities to grow your own business, be independent, not have a boss, you know, all the normal stuff. Or if you just wanted to be a hobbyist and get your craft supplies inexpensively, it's also a great way to get your craft supplies inexpensively. So, like I was saying, I originally found it because I was looking to make my craft projects for my craft fairs look more professional. I was looking for ideas and I ran across this website of this lady who was doing all kinds of great, you know, remakes, repurposes, and oh my goodness, her stuff looked amazing. It was just amazing. And I was like, I need to know how she is doing that. I'm always like, I'm one of those people that I'll go around a craft fair and look at everything, go, I can do that. I could do that. And I actually do try to go home and do that. So hopefully this is straight and didn't bleed underneath. Usually for some reason, you just got to make sure that tape is really good underneath there. I'm going to take this off. And then I'm going to go ahead and wax the rest of this board because I want to put the bandana all over except in the places where I put white. But they're going to, I don't know. Now I don't know why I did bright white because I could have done, I'm thinking about doing the wood color with red on it. What do you think? Bandana. Red bandana. I kind of even like the idea of a teal bandana. I really do. Okay. We want to do our wax. This is our surface wax. You don't need very much to do this, to use this. But I like to put, if you have wood, you want to put wax. WW, wood wax. And the reason for that is it kind of gives a seal to the wood. Wood is porous, and when you put the paste on, it's going to spread, especially like with the red, it might spread. But maybe I want teal. I don't know. And I'm not worrying about I'm probably going to go over the top with my wax. I'm going to go over to the top of the white. I'm kind of waiting for it till last to give it all I can to dry. And the reason for that is And I'm actually not going to use this cloth. Use this one because I want to get wax coat over this white too, so that it doesn't come up when I put another transfer on top of it. Okay, that is it for our waxing. You could barely see it, and it uses very little, but it goes so far. So you want to get your surface wax for any wood projects you have. And if you want to do layers and make sure that it doesn't go through different things, it's a great way to get the layers cleaned off. All right, now, next step, get these out of here. Get out of there. I did get some on there, didn't I? All right. So next, we're going to use this bandana. This is an 18 by 18. So our bigger transfers are a little bit more difficult to work with. So I wouldn't suggest it for like a first time project. We have some really great chalk made kit projects, or if you want to be in our monthly club, we have, those are B size transfers, which are 8.5 by 11 size transfer. It's a really great size to start with. One of our, easy to use surfaces. All right. And then if you could get it off, that's the thing. There we go. Got the corner. All right, I'm going to peel back half of this and then of the backing. You want to keep your backing because once I wash this, I'm going to put it back on the backing. And then I'm going to fuzz this because this is my first time using it. So we're just going to put our fuzz cloth right on there, fuzz it up, pull it off, and I've gotten hair on there. It's a pretty normal thing for me to get a piece of hair. Seems like I'm always losing hair. See if I can get it off. Whoop, there was more than one hair. I'm feeling warm in here. I don't know. It's kind of, when it goes on to the third day of raining, it just feels like it's a nap day. It's really hard to keep my eyes open, especially with this anemia that's going on. It's really hard to stay awake. So a lot of the things that I was kind of experiencing, like the high blood pressure, that actually can come from anemia. Because I'm not going to put this in. Now, to do this all one uniform color, I could do that by doing the bright white. It would totally match my middle section. I guess I didn't need to use that. I could have used my chalk paste after all, but it's a thought that counts. Maybe I should do white. I think I'm going to do white. I think with the wood, the waxed wood underneath, I think that'll look really good. So I'm going to use my white, even though it's near the end, and I'm actually going to go back to my little scraper and put on some bigger amounts of it. Let's see if I can, oh, I can't find my big squeegee. I know where it is. It fell. All right. It's actually not that much here. So it's not going to matter if I go over even a little bit onto the lines. Like if it goes under this blue tape, it's going to be okay. Let's see if we can get this. I'm going to maybe draw it out so that it goes out to that edge. And once I get this top, whoops, I got some, like I said, this is a little bit, I've used this like for demoing, so it's gotten a little more dry than than what I normally have. So I've added some water, but it's still kind of a lumpy product. Oh boy, we got a lump. There's a problem. Hopefully that didn't squeegee underneath. If you get bubbles under it, it does like go underneath your screen. So this is a sticky backed screen transfer. So excited to use this because I was pretty excited this came out. I thought it was really genius. Of course, I live in the West, so it really, people out here are gonna, I think are gonna we'll see. I'm going to put it up for sale. So if this is something, I'm making it, I'll either sell it at, we have like a 4th of July rodeo week called Border Days. The oldest rodeo in the United States. I think that's what it is. Anyway, we have parades every day, and then on 4th of July we have like a craft type show. And normally like direct sales companies can't be in it, but I'm going to take finished products and sell them. Oh, that turned out good, but I'm glad I'm pulling it because it is starting, there's a little bit right there, but I kind of like it. Can you see it? Is that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, I'm going to gently, I can see a spot where I didn't get wet stuff. Wet stuff. The nice thing about this is you can kind of put it back on and fix the spots that don't work out. Now, if the chalk paste does dry in this, oops, got that all. This is one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get your transfer back stuck to itself because it's kind of difficult to manage. You want to work sort of swiftly with the chalk paste because if it dries in the transfer, it will pull up and not look all right. But I think in this case, it's all right. It's looking good. All right, we're going to see if that'll go well for us. All right. It is washable, but wood it's going to soak into. So, and we want to work kind of fast because we want it to not dry in the screen. And of course, I'm having little lumps going into things here too. So that's kind of, if you could butter toast, you can do this. So, and like I said, the best way right now to try this out is to become a designer. For $59, you get over $200 worth of product. You can try it out, see if it's something you really like. Use the products. You can even get some more, you know, whatever you want at 40 and 55% off. Like I said, that first order you can order. It doesn't have to be the first one, whatever order you want. I usually waited a little bit because for my big order, I would put a big one in so that I could really decide what I wanted. All right, here we go. See how that worked out. Don't want to go too fast. Oh, this side even looks better, I think. Good, good, good. And that tape, of course, will come right off. Nice. Ooh. It is sticking to my middle border. I'm just going to go slow so it doesn't pull it up. Nice. I love it. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I'm putting it back on this backing. And kind of, this one's turning out to be sort of my normal, I don't know, neutral, normal. All right, there we go. Isn't it cute? I like it. I like it. I like it. I think it looks really cute. It did kind of rub off. I guess, you know, we wouldn't have had to shut this up here before I get too far. I don't want it to dry up. And since I have a little thing in here, I'll get it all down in there too so that we get it all put together. It's the very end of the bottle, but you can use it right to the very end. It's very economical because anything you don't use, even if you put it down on the transfer, you can kind of squeegee it up and put it back in the jar. Use it later. So, all right. There is our little bandana circle. Isn't that cute? I think it's really cute. Love, love, love. Okay. I do see one area. There was a little smudge right here that went underneath. Remember I had that bubble up there? So I'm just going to take a baby wipe and A lot of times if you wipe towards the paste, it'll go in. You could use a Q-tip or a squeegee. I'm also seeing I went off the circle here. Just gonna use some water to wipe it up. Okay, so this part should be fine because I put down a layer of wax. So I'm hoping it won't spread. I'm trying to decide what color to do my hello. And we want to get it centered. Ooh, this fits nice and perfectly. Nice fit. Straight, centered. And we want all the bubbles out of it. This one I didn't have to fuzz because, like I said, I've used this lots of times for sure. Get all the bubbles nice and out. Looks like we've got some, nope, it's just some little folds in it. All right. Try and decide what color. What color? Should I just do black? The details might be in the details for this one, this project might be in the bow, because I'll put a bow at the top, right? It'll add to it. Nice thing is this will be nice and neutral. You won't have to, like, I mean, even though bandanas are kind of, I think, I don't know about you. Do you think of bandanas as being summer only? I kind of think of them as summer. But we'll see. You could use it for anything. But the nice thing with it being neutral is you wouldn't have to use it only for summer. All right, here we go. Black velvet. I'm going to try, because this is an older transfer, I'm just going to try to go one direction. Well, I lied. Still trying to go one direction, but there's some edges there out here, because it's, even though it's a flat surface, it's not super flat, right? I only have, just to, it goes to show you that you really don't need like a ton of squeegees, a ton of supplies to do this. I have one small squeegee and I use that for everything. You just saw me wash it off with a baby wipe. So easy to wipe off. Normally I have about a half dozen of the minis, but I have, that one's got a bubble, so I'm not going to push on that one anymore. I'm hoping it didn't make a mess. Yikes. I have these hellos, I don't know, they just, I try to be very careful with it. I've had more problems with this hello batch. Sometimes that happens where they're not very sticky. I could like do a sticky, you know, like one of the spray tacky sprays, the Scotch sprays down on the surface, and then stick it on if I thought it would, you know, in that area. But it also, I think then I'd have to seal it. So I'm not really sure. I've not done that thus far. So that one is I have seen other designers do it. So it's not that it doesn't work. Okay, let's see how we did. Hopefully it turns out. But like I said, this one was kind of crinkly, and I think I have a bubble on my L. I'm hoping it doesn't wreck it. Sometimes the black too is really hard to fix. So that's why I kind of hold my breath with black. Oh, I did it without, it worked. I'm really excited. See, I was holding my breath. That's what helped. It worked. I guess my pushing it down really, really worked. All right. I'm pretty excited about that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Nice. All right, give me a thumbs up if you like that. If you don't, well, say something nice. No, I'm just kidding. So with that, I'm going to set that up there just because I don't want to make a mess out of it. And I'm going to try to come up with a bow of some sort because I think this will look really cute with a bow. Ooh, I'm going to, here's some black. That's some black velvet. That's kind of nice, but, ooh, I found something. Got this. Just looking through my stash here. Kind of keeping it on the, oh, we got projects on the edge here waiting for me. My daughter wants to make herself a hat. So I think that's coming up. We'll see. See what we got in here. Do you guys have issues with this stuff? Is really nice. Ribbon, lots of ribbon, right? Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. Got lots of black here. These are maybe I'll use some of that. I know I had some other, like, I don't see it right now. Oh, I find it. Okay. I don't know what I got in here. That's kind of off-white, but I've got some little. Okay. Between that, I kind of want to keep this a little bit on the rustic side. And neutral. So we'll see. All right, so I always start with the biggest kind first. And just to kind of measure it out, I think we'll go, I don't know what that is. It's about 9 inches. So I'm going to do a 9-inch. Nine-inch crisscross bow, kind of a messy crisscross bow. Instead of doing all the loop-de-doos and stuff, we're just going to make a messy bow. So we'll see how this goes. And I like to dovetail my bows. I just like it. Unless they're really skinny, then I'll do just an angle. So I can usually do these together. And we'll probably run a string line. I won't be able to tack this. I wonder if my husband's done with my glue gun yet. And the other issue I'm having with this, these rounds, is that they don't have holes. So I'm either going to have to start getting I'm going to put this underneath it so I can tie this. Okay, so crisscross applesauce, I guess is how it goes. I think I'm going to go burlap next. I love burlap. I could do everything burlap. Everything burlap. So does anybody have any big plans this week? I don't know that I do. The 15-year-old starts babysitting. So that's exciting for her. Swim team starts next week, so another week. And I guess band camp is next week. I don't know how that's working. I wish they had communicated a little bit more about it. Our band teacher quit. So I think it's still, band camp is still going on. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. You'd think I would know, right? Like I have a bachelor's in music. You'd think I would know something about what's going on with the music program, but not this round. All right, get a couple of these on here. Maybe a little bit shorter. Maybe not. That one was folded over, so I didn't notice it. Get those. So I just want to know, like, what's going on? What adults are in charge? Do we need to know anything? I don't know. I guess there was a sheet sent home, but it wasn't really explanatory. Like, what if the band teacher quits? What if? So, I don't know. I know nothing. Nobody tells me anything. No. Don't ruin the hello. I'm going to put a little bit of this in here. I don't know. This might be more of like... This is antique velvet ribbon. I found it for 89 cents at Goodwill. Isn't that a great deal? It's a big roll of it. And I bought, I think, like, where's my end? Like 4 different, I'm just going to do like that. Put this in the center like that. I don't know if I need this. Maybe I'll do the same thing, but just once. Okay. Anyway, I saw this and went, oh, that is so amazing. It's so pretty. This little ribbon, and there's like a dark green velvet. There was a lighter green, this black. Can't remember all the colors I got, but they were, there's kind of like, I guess there's a tan one too. All right, so like I always say, like 90% of bow making is fussing, so bear with me. We're going to be fussing here. All right, so then what you do is kind of flatten it out because it kind of curled around that stuff. And then you want it to lay just right, right? I think maybe these browns got a little bit on the long side. I'm going to do some trimming. There. Much better. Much better. I try not to waste too much in doing this, but I guess it's not too bad of a waste, right? If it looks right, better to cut it off and have it look right. I think this is really going to be cute on there. I hope somebody likes this. If you are interested in, if you ever see me do a project and you really like it and you want the finished project of it, just let me know. I can either make you one or you can buy the one I made, right? Because I make way too many projects. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to even have to have kind of some sort of sale because I am like, I've got too much. I'm going to put this on the back side because I've got enough on the front. Got enough. This one looks long again. I'm running out of that big one. This one's, I love those, the big ones. Those big ones are probably my favorite. So anyway, I think I told you all the exciting things. You can join my club, right? $19.99 a month. Have craft projects come right in the mail to you. so much fun. You get 3 paste packets, plus you get a B-size transfer, which makes a nice project size. This one was a D size. This is 18 by 18. The other one's 11.5 by... All right, lots of little things. All right, so I made this little bow. You could see it. Kind of fuss. I'll fuss even more once I get it on there. And I'll probably get my husband to put a hole in the top, because my last one that I glued to the back. But what do you think? Isn't that cute? I think it's really cute. What do you guys think? Sorry for the table in the way. Move this up a little bit. There we go. All right. Isn't that cute? Such cute details. So easy. Wasn't really that hard. It worked out that I used that white in the background, because that really looks cute. And the other thing I could do is put a little bit of greens in there. Put a little bit of greens. That would also add to it. Just like that. Let me show you. I don't know if I've got to. Oh, I do. Good, good, good. So I would hot glue that in there. Let me show you. Actually, that looks way better, doesn't it? That looks so good. I love it. Love, love, love. Little bit of greens in there. That really added to that bow. Sorry you can't see it down. I will definitely take pictures. But I think it's really super cute, don't you? I'm excited. So thank you so much for joining me for this cute little project today. Not really little. It's actually a 15.5-inch round. You could put it anywhere, like in your entryway or whatever. And it's kind of neutral. You don't really have to match everything to it. It will match just about everything you've got in your entryway, right? Kind of farmhousey, but you could do anything you wanted with it. So I'm really excited. Let me know what you think. Be sure to say hey. Let me know that you watched this on, even if you watched it on the replay. I'd love to hear that too. And make sure that you keep on crafting.